Jimmy Gilburn.
Jimmy Gilburn, graduated of Malcolm in 2009. First of all, I just want to say thank you to everyone up here. Really do appreciate it. And I don't think you guys get the respect that you guys really deserve. This is one of my first meetings, and my head's a little rattling right now.
Come back all the meeting.
I do deserve a lot of respect being up here and dealing with all this because I know that you guys have the best interest for everyone, and I just want to say I appreciate that. I really didn't write anything with it, and I was a captain of the football team for the 07-08 season, both seasons actually, and as a student athlete, not just in Manalapan, but just in this district, has been such an important part of me. It's became who I am, and I know the cuts, they're horrible. I know they are. I know it's terrible, and the cuts for the classes and everything are terrible. But I got really moved and disturbed when I heard about the cuts for the sports team. And I know you guys think, oh, it's just football. I talk about the sports. You guys want the sports to go. But it's more than that. I learned a lot from just being a football. For me, being personally, because I can't speak on other people. Being a football player in Manalapan, I've learned so many things. And what I learned, it goes step by step. You have to conquer one thing and you keep moving forward. You can't go from being nothing and just jumping to being successful in life. Everyone up here has taken the steps and they conquered them and kept moving on in life. And I feel that to remove a freshman or JV sport completely, it's going to really damage not only the development of the athlete itself, but the person they are. I started getting molded when I came into high school. When I came in as a 9th grader, I didn't know a lot of things. But as a sport, it took me in and it became family for me. And it helped me, it taught me a lot of different life lessons that I didn't think I was going to use in the future. I thought it was just a sport at the time. Now that I'm going into college, I see the teamwork that I learned, the leadership, the camaraderie that I had. Everything that I learned in that sport correlates back into life. And it really, I couldn't even imagine not having that sport, not having that freshman sport, that first step. If I came in as a 9th grader without that sport to go, it was an extended family. I came in with less friends than most people don't have many friends. I know personally people that transferred over from different schools, they came with no friends. When they entered the sport, they learned how to become friends and became extended family. They learned a lot. And I know I can't just express it about how important these sports are. I know it's just a sport. I know the classes are getting cut. I know a lot is on your minds. I'm just here to say that sport teams as a whole, and not just Manalapan, but as a district, are such an important part for the students, not to become such athletes, but to become better people. And I just want to say thank you again for everything, and I really do appreciate it.
You forgot to talk about how much we were getting paid.
I'm just a taxpayer like everyone else up here. I saw the Health Township budget meeting last week on Channel 77 at 12:08 p.m. And some of you might be a little shocked to learn that the mayor of town didn't even know what a RIF letter was. Or 400 K-8 teachers and 268 teachers in this district have been given them. I moved from North Jersey about 20 years ago. I moved to Howell so that my kids could get a good education. And they did. They got a great education. They did better than I expected. What people in Howell and around the state and around this district don't understand is that their taxes are not going to go down. In this economy, everything's going to go up. It's just a matter of how much they're going to go up. I know that there needs to be cuts forthcoming, but I don't agree that they should be in education in the form of teachers. I feel that sports are extracurricular or a luxury, and in this economy, that is what should be cut, because as we all know in the state of New Jersey, there are no room for luxuries. Make them pay to play. I know this is a voluntary job. I know that you guys are really having a hard time, and that the teachers' unions have, as you say, tied your hands. But maybe what you don't understand is, or maybe you can clear this up for me, from different teachers that I've spoken to in all parts of the state, teachers are not allowed to vote on or on a 1.5 contribution to their benefits. I don't agree with that. If they're paying into this fund, they should get a vote, just like anything else. I mean, maybe I'm dreaming. But I did want to ask a question. Isn't it against the law in the state of New Jersey? I think it was you that had said that there was going to be 35 kids in a class. Isn't 32 the max?
No, it's a square footage calculation based on the size of the room that determines
Could be
max.
40?
Yeah.
Could be 45?
Absolutely.
Okay. At what point do we stop playing chicken? You know, I understand, I do understand that 7 out of 8 unions agree. I'm not all for the teachers, believe me. But on the other hand, you know, he's right when he says who's going to suffer? The kids. The kids are going to suffer. My kids are grown. Am I going to get any money back because my taxes are going up? No. Because my kids have gone through the school system? No. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the next generation, my kids' generation coming up, when they have children. You know, I understand that New Jersey is in a mess. The whole country's a mess. I understand that Christie tied her hands, but somewhere somebody's got to get it. And there's no sin in saying counter offer. There's no sin in saying maybe we should think about this, or we have a few more days, or something like that. Or we're willing to give this. Couldn't somebody give something? You know, that's all I just want to say.
Reggie Grant.
You can speak as long as you want, you haven't done I know a lot of people thought I was here for security, but I'm not. I'm here as a concerned parent. It hurt me a lot when I learned that non-varsity sports were a possibility they're going to be cut. Having a child that's going to be a senior in Manalapan, having another child that's going to be a freshman in Manalapan next year, and having gone through this district myself, sports have been a very, very big part of my life, personally. A lot of people don't understand how important sports are to a child's life, especially when you come into high school. It's one of the biggest transitions for an 8th grader, coming from not only MIMS and other schools. I speak of Manalapan because I graduated from Manalapan, but throughout the district, that's one of the most important years of a child's life. Because when you come in as a stranger. I don't care if you're from Manalapan, from Howell Township, wherever. You come to the high school, you're a stranger. But to be a part of a team, to be a part of a family, that goes a long, long way. Okay? And I stutter right now because it hurts bad. And I know my mother always said to me, the Lord does certain things for a reason. And He put sports in my life because I grew up with a lot of kids that they didn't have sports in their life. And we went totally different directions. And the reason why I went to a certain direction is because I knew I had to work harder. I had to work harder because I knew football, basketball, track, those were the things that were, my academics were number one. But those things, I knew there was a consequence. The consequences were a little worse if I messed up. Right now, it's hard for this board, for police. It's hard for everyone right now in the state.